So when you think about what Oracle has done in the last couple of years, moving from Gen 1 to Gen 2, in the midst of the global pandemic, companies, obviously with the war for talent, with the hybrid workforce, all of the constraints and the disruptions to the supply chain and customers, it's created this demand that customers have to modernize. They have to become more agile. They need the simplification of how they serve their value chains respectively. And so leveraging cloud has become a prerequisite. However, there's a lot of challenges because people are constrained with cash, with resources, with time, with talent, etc. And so this whole momentum factor, as Oracle has moved from Gen 1 to Gen 2, and you can see the results. They just announced their Q4 and fiscal 22 results. And obviously as a partner of Oracle, we pay close attention, but we're seeing significant adoption growth, upper 30s, low 40s, depending on which region of the world, year over year growth. So significant momentum in the adoption of Oracle Cloud. The second, I call it trend, is this whole multi-cloud concept as a best practice, and really we'll call it credentialized through the analyst community, Gartner, Forrester, and IDC. Don, I know this is a factor that's near and dear to your heart, especially with some of your global travels in the recent Gartner report. Can you maybe share your perspectives and kind of what the so what impact is to an enterprise that's looking at their cloud strategy?
Yeah, maybe to touch on a couple of things you kind of highlighted there, Jared, right? I want to kind of maybe dial back a little bit to kind of the supply chain side of things, because I think there's a bit of tactical and strategic when you start thinking about how you modernize, transform, and innovate into cloud, right? So, I think there's still a fair amount of tactical things that most organizations still have to do. If you think about the supply chain shortages, right? All organizations, having a shortage of workforce, et cetera, that have really hindered their operations, right? But when you look at it from a technology perspective, certainly from a very tactical perspective, having infrastructure go down, not be available from an applications perspective, those are things that very tactically, IT organizations, business organizations can easily take care of, right? We've still see quite a few of our clients still have, lack of disaster recovery, high availability, things like that. So, kind of, still very tactical, and we'll kind of put that into that kind of modernized component of that innovation, perspective, right? And then as you say, you get into kind of more the transformation in innovation perspective.